Hi my dolls, welcome back to my channel. I want to film something before I film this video of the Dream Ella. Yeah, because I'm supposed to film Dream Ella tonight, but I had to run to the store and get lactose milk. They didn't have any milk, but it was Dollar General. They did have these socks, so yeah, I really like them. So earlier today when I was at Dollar Tree, I thought I'd pick these up. They're cozy socks. They're $1.25 because of Dollar Tree, you know. No, I think they're $1.50 now, actually. Bizarre. But these are with their Halloween stuff. Not very into Halloween, but I thought this would make a nice goth, goth-inspired top sweater for the dolls. Usually with the footy socks, you don't have enough to make like sleeves when you do the torso of the sweater, certainly not like a dress or anything like that. But I would have liked to turn one into a dress for this doll in particular. You know, I thought that would be like a nice vibe if she's kind of emo. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can get out of them because they are kind of longer than footies. But yeah, but with these, however, I got this one, and I think I may have gotten this one to wear because I was like, I wish I had white socks for my white shoes. I had to wear black socks with my black tennis shoes today. So I think I got this to wear. And then this one for the dolls because of that kind of a winter sweater vibe it was giving. Even though it's fall, I'm just saying the pattern is kind of like a winter sweater, actually. And so they didn't have 2 packs. I would have gotten them certainly, but with these we can get the sweater for sure. We can get the sweater for Ken for sure as well. And then with the other one though, you would get either you would turn this part into the sleeves of it, and you can also make some shorts with this part. So you can get a sweater, some shorts, and yeah, a sweater and shorts basically out of 1 pack. So yeah, now if you don't care about sleeves, you know, you can get your 2 sweaters, but we care about sleeves around here. Hey y'all, look, it looks like a Snuggie. Oh my gosh, it looks so cozy. Okay, I'm cutting right there under the first row of squirrels. You can probably get some shorts out of this. If you couldn't get shorts out of that, I would say make a pair of socks. Some winter socks might be cute. But this is more than enough, or right enough, for a sweater. Okay, so it looked okay when I had it like this. However, when you turn it like this, the pattern doesn't go all the way around, and then there's this problematic heel part. So this part probably is definitely going to turn into socks. And then this can be one side of the shorts, and you'll just cut the other one for the other side of the shorts. But remember, I want sleeves. Now, this can also be a sleeve as well. It can just be like a short sleeve, but I wanted a Ken sweater, so yeah. So here I have the 2 pieces like this. Those are gonna be shorts. And then these 2 pieces, when they make cute sleeves, I'm just gonna have to go to a different Dollar General and pick up a couple more pairs of these so I can have some variety in the wardrobe. But because these can make sleeves, or they can make like a hat, like a beanie. So yeah, and then one of these will go for the torso of the sweater, and then the other one will go for the sleeves of the sweater. I'll just cut it like directly in half. So I have my sleeves there on each side, and I cut down a ways to attach the sleeves. So we're just gonna try to do that first, just to be super easy about it. And to do that, we're going to glue, even though this is thin enough to be sewn, I think, but I don't want to be here all evening. So I'm going to glue mine like that, but I'm going to glue the hem on the wrist part first, and then glue it like this, and then flip it inside out, and then glue it on here, but not at the very tippy end. I'm going to glue it down there so that I have room to sew that, or to glue that, because this will need to connect to this part as well. And then I'll just fold down a little bit of this for the neck. Okay, so we've got this one on there, and I'm just going to show you how I did it. So leave this part so you can glue that down. But once you have this sleeve glued, you're going to take this part of it, and this is how you know you're going to stick that right in the middle. So where the seam is, that is the part, hot glue all over me. Where the seam is, that is the part that's going to go at the bottom of the sleeve, and then you're going to gradually glue the sleeve around on one side, and then do the same on the other, and it should meet like that, and then we'll move on from there. So while not perfect, it is still really so cute. Just be sure to glue down the hem at the front and the hem around the neck. Leave the neck hole big enough for the doll's head to go through. And if you want a nice border, make sure you account for that before you cut. You might want to cut more of like the gray part, so when you flip it under, it'll have this nice red border. So I have the shorts here. They're not perfect. I should have done a tighter waist right here. But I didn't want to take up any more space by doing a hem, so I did a trim instead. And to me, that makes it look more cottagey and cozy. And so if you want this to really match that, you'll just do that trim on the sleeve and maybe on the hem right here as well. And this is the trim. They make it in white and cream color. Oh, there it is, from Hobby Lobby. So here we go. We're not going to get socks out of this one. We're going to get a beanie. And so one of the heel parts is going to be on the front of it, and then the other is going to be for the back of it. So it's a matter of not making it too large. So here is the kind of like pajama set on her, or lounge set, and the beanie comes out really nicely. I will say, if your doll has like big hair, maybe the excess hair can go in there, but I really like the kind of hipster beanie vibe it has going. I really would like matching socks though. But yeah, we use every bit except for like a few plain gray parts of the sock, like this and like these scraps. Other than that, we use every bit of sock, so that's good. And our dolls have a fabulous new fall attire. So moving on to the black socks, making it in much the same way, except kind of didn't like how the neck came out on the fall sweater. So I glued this down all the way, and then I'm going to cut out the neck hole and fold it down. So it will be almost as if you're using a folded piece of fabric, which is how these things usually go. We modify because it's socks. But yeah, gonna try it this way and see how that comes out. So here is the sweater dress thing. I'm leaving it with without sleeves. And I think if I find some striped material, there are some striped socks that I came across. I might add like stripes and maybe put it over some striped leggings or something like that. But yeah, so the other part of the sock, which was the rim of it, cut it like that. Darn it. I'm leaving this as a frayed hem, just so it can be kind of edgy. Other than that, if that doesn't work, then you know, I should have just cut it longer because there was plenty enough for long ones. But yeah, I'm going to leave that raw hem and then just flip it inside out and glue this middle part like that. And I cut it in a V on purpose. That way the shorts look really edgy. And these should fit the curvy doll, but if you want it for a standard fit doll, you will need to take out some of this waistband like so, and then like just re-glue that back. There's fuzzies everywhere, so if you do this on carpet, you probably will have to vacuum. But here is how it looks on a standard fit doll. This is a Defilusi, but same difference. And yeah, I'm just gonna put that on a curvy fit because I think it's cute and the curvy girls don't get that much love. So here are the cute shorts. And I think I cut them the right height to be cute. But if they're gonna leave fuzzies everywhere, the next time I do it, I'll just put on a hem. But yeah, you don't have to really adjust anything if you put it on a curvy doll. But again, you'll have to take it up either in the back, like so, or the sides for a standard fit for sure, or it's gonna be too big. So the shirt is kind of long, so the shorts, there really is no need for it. So we're just gonna take those off. And by the way, the socks right here are like, these are really like cozy feeling. They're really soft. So I might have to get some to wear on my actual feet, but yeah, so this is how that looks. So yeah, it could be really edgy. Let's put some boots on her. One last thing from Dollar General. This sock was from Dollar Tree, yeah. So Dollar General was this plant. It was $1. I grabbed it. This is the scale, which I think is amazing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.